Hello.
So many disappointments under the sea, some are new, others old. Guten Tag, Tamo. Oh, Mehmet, good to see you back. I see you haven't lost weight, but welcome back.
Hey.
MashaAllah.
Why is everyone bored though?
It's called being men. Tamo's going to join us as well.
Huh?
Do you think it looks good?
No, there's no way I'm going bored, man. No way.
I give
It
it
makes
to
the
you.
head look proper big though, innit?
Fine.
Yeah.
We see, I have a very small package, so I have to compensate by having a large head. Yeah. That's why I offer money, because I have nothing else to offer. Now, Davide, pleasure. We'll kick off with a few questions, potentially sales call review, and then we can go from there. Jenber,
Yes, Ishmael, can you review my sales call?
put it in the chat.
It is here.
Thank you. Give me 1 second. JT?
Oh, great. So at the end of a sales call, the objection handling, the other person kept saying they don't want to pay anything up front. That they got this other guy who's giving them a free trial or something, and that like I kept saying we don't do free trials. Like, what's the best way to handle that objection?
Give me, yeah, case by case. It depends on your
Okay.
frame. If we have enough time, we'll review it, and I'll tell you where you fucked up. Like, I already know where you fucked up, right? But the big difference is you have to pretty much say, if someone else is willing to offer you a free trial, how good are they?
Okay.
All right.
Like, should I be keep insisting I don't do free trial? Should I go at it another way? Like what? Like I got,
No,
I
it's
think I got frustrated during the negotiation stage.
yeah.
Of,
Put it in the chat. I'll aim to bust through Jenber's call and then yours.
okay.
Jenber, how long is your call?
Sorry, say it again.
How long is your call?
33 minutes.
Wonderful. I can bust through that.
Which one would you handle the objection he has said by saying that, like pushing back?
So we do not accept shouting. So he's been removed. Silly Mexican man. Davide.
Yeah, can you hear me?
No, we can't.
You can't. Okay, perfect. So basically, I was cold calling a person, and he seemed pretty interested. And then so simply he said, "Look, I don't want to lose your time. Do you charge anything up front?" And I said, "We have like a monthly fee," and he hung up, right?
Yeah.
And so I felt like, is it a wasted lead? Like, could I have said something different?
He has saved your time. 80%, I would say 85% of the time, when someone asks you that, it's because they're broke.
Mm. All right, but getting them on a like performance is that not a good thing to do? Why?
Why would you help someone who's broke? There's a reason they're fucking broke. Yeah, so when you send them leads, if they weren't previously able to close and make money, how the fuck are they going to close your leads?
Mm.
Right?
Do you think it's just because they're broke, or maybe cannot that be something like of trust? Like maybe they just don't trust agencies or random people that they are called from.
Yeah, but they'll trust the random people who work for free. Like, put it like this: you have to put the context into other niches, right? Have you ever gone to a place where you get those people? They kind of look like Mehmet, right? Where they offer to like clean your windows as you're driving.
Yeah.
This guy, man.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do they do it for free?
I don't know.
Well,
I've never experienced that
okay,
myself.
but they expect money to be paid,
Yeah.
right? In any other context, if someone comes to you, can I help you in this part of your business? They are expecting to be paid from it, right?
Mm.
Another case, if you were, okay, this is a good way to put it. Let's imagine you're making 10K, 100K, don't give a shit. Anything above 10K. Would you work for free?
No.
So why are you working for free?
Okay, I got it. So I didn't make a mistake in that call in just saying
know.
we do have a fee. Okay.
No. There's one thing that you should do on those calls. Hang up before they hang up.
Okay.
Like, it's a fun thing to do, just hang up before the prospect hangs up.
Okay. And another guy, he asked me for like how, like I said the first thing I said, I mean I pitched him and he said, okay, how much is that? Like what do I do then? Like do I say the price or do I just say like it's tailored for you, so I have to hop on a call to discover, or what should I say?
No, what you say is, I can't put the cart before the horse. I could tell you it's $1 million, right? But you have no way to see whether or not it's $1 million. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm trying to show you it. So hop into the call. It'll be 15 minutes. I'll break everything down and we can take it from there. Make sense?
No, so I should say I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to show you something. So
Yeah. And if I told you the price, you would not be able to interpret the value.
all right, understood. And if they insist, fuck off.
Yeah, I can't do it. And if you want to end it, I understand. Sorry for wasting your time. Then you hang up.
Okay,
Right?
very good.
Imagine if you're calling up a prostitute and she's going on about the price, but you don't know what she looks like. It's
I
in
like
regards
her.
to that.
Yeah.
Like, you need to know what's there, because the whole point is, it's not the upfront value, it's what they're exchanging for the cash, and they need to know what they're exchanging to know if it's worthwhile.
Yeah. Sure.
Right? Amadeus.
Yes, this is regarding my Facebook business manager. So I
Mhm.
created an account with one of the Powerpuff girls. And because I created it, it said to try again with 1 hour in 1 hour because the account was too new. So I've done that now after the hour, but it says your account has been
Blocked.
suspended. You have 180 days to appeal. So,
Okay. Do you not have a Facebook?
so I just made a new account
Do you have an
because
account?
I have a normal personal account.
Yeah,
Yeah.
use that. Make it off that one.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
do that. Thank you.
Let me know if it works or it doesn't work. Dennis, last question, and then we're going to break it down into a sales code review.
I'm not quite sure, but when I was playing recording with you, there was like echo. So if you can just check it out, because I'm not quite sure if it's just me or if everyone have it.
Are you telling me that Jess isn't able to do her job properly? Or this part of
No,
it? Jess,
I speak with Zach about it, and he said I should tell it to you. So I'm just saying I'm not sure if it's like for everyone, but when I try to play a call recording,
Which recording?
you want me to drop a link to chat?
No, is it these calls?
Yeah.
Jess, can you check if there's an echo? Or if it's just Dennis's mind like delaying?
No, I think there might be an echo. It could be a me problem. But that's why I'm calling. That's why I'm recording now straight from Zoom.
Yeah. So, should we kick her out for this? It's a question of the day. Nah, I'm teasing. Wonderful. Oh shit. Okay, guys, cool. Let me just open this up. I need you. Can you help?
No worries.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, so all my people. There we go. Cool. So tell me if you guys can see this. I've decided I'm going to be an asshole. So Jean-Bert, I'm going to be very aggressive with this one. Wonderful. Do you have a better place where you can take calls? Because you kind of look like you're in a hostage situation.
Yes, I have.
Can you go to that just so we can test it?
Right now, not because it's my mom's office.
Okay, cool.
I've spoken with Parminder.
Yeah.
He's not able to take the call. We are 50-50 in a business, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Look, Jadel, how these calls go, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions to get a better understanding of your current situation, where you are, where you wanna go. If I see I can help somehow, I will show the system and we will move from that. Otherwise, I will just send a call early to not waste my time and yours. Great?
Okay. Yeah, sounds great.
Look, I know that I reach out Commander, but what exactly brought you for this call today?
If you could do it a tiny bit quicker, that's good. But compared to previous calls, you're doing very well. Right? The way you're controlling yourself, very well.
For me, I think it was just Parminder. I don't know if Parminder called me. He's like, you know what? Meet with this guys. Let us know. But I don't have like a specific goal right now. You know.
What are your expectations for this goal? What problems do you face in your business? Why we are speaking?
Good.
Before I go to that, I just want to know, like, okay, so I actually don't, from what I know from Parminder, he hasn't told me what is this call for. So if you can just give me a brief upon what this call for, and then I can sort of go through that, right? Is this more like related for marketing, or is it related for more like contract based? Like I'm not sure what this call is for right now.
So this is a perfect opportunity to drop niche knowledge, right? As much niche knowledge as you can, as you casually explain what you do. Does that make sense?
Yes, okay.
So when it comes to HVAC, you can talk about the different services that you're able to provide, how you work with these types of people in these areas, helping them, so on and so forth, and as much niche knowledge as you can. Great opportunity.
If you can just give me a brief idea, then I can give you answers based on those.
We have a system in place that allows us to consistently bring you more jobs and ultimately make you more money.
Okay, yeah, okay. Perfect. Well, you can start. Yeah, now you can start the question. Now I know what we're talking about. So your question was about what's difficult right now.
Brought you for
not
this.
much. Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So like your question was just like what difficulty we have right now in a company. I think our company with the whole nationwide we're good. Like we finished job and stuff. Our marketing was bad, but it got indecent. The main issues I think one could be right is just getting because since we're just basically all commercial, getting contract on commercial buildings. You know, we've gotten it's basically on commercial jobs, but we haven't stuck like a good contract with one big company. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. So can you walk me through which active methods have you tried in the past, or what? How do you generate your?
Okay, so right now we have I think we doing marketing on two platforms, which is Facebook and Instagram. We also have a website, and then we're just gotten the foundation. We're getting up the foundation, so we're just having some posts in for our social media and having some photos on our actual Google page. But we're thinking of in a month or two, start paying for ads, getting the Google ads up and running. But so far, we've been just getting mainly because from just having the Google page up and the Instagram page and the Facebook page up.
mentioned.
But a lot of our jobs are from recommendation based as well.
Okay, understand. So your main source is Instagram. Can you walk me through a little bit? Is it paid advertising or you're just posting posts?
It's as though you're fucking deaf. Now, did anybody listen to the prospect when he spoke about what he's doing with paid advertising?
That they're gonna start in like 1-2 months, something like that.
Amazing how only one person heard it, and it was the Italian. Amazing. Davide, can you turn on camera, please? But yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Right now is just posting posts, but we're thinking of getting like advertising in through Facebook, like actual paying money, getting the marketing up. Right now we're just doing like little posts and stuff. What
Okay. How's it going for you?
Denver, what did I tell you in the past about asking shitty questions? How is it going for you? Why is that a good question? What are you meant to say? It's not a
Like-
word.
Why I asked the question how it's going for them?
No, it's a shit question. You asked it because you're a dumbass. Yes. What is the correct question to ask?
I don't know, to be honest.
Mehmet, what is he meant to ask? Okay, Mehmet's frozen. Leonardo, what is he meant to ask?
How is, like, what results is bringing those?
More specifically?
How many leads he gets
There we go.
through this type of advertising?
There we go. Denver, that's what you need to be fucking asking. You know this, I've said that to you previously.
We've gotten some calls, not from the actual social media pages, but the Google My Business page, if that makes sense. Like when you search on Google, you search the business name and it pops up. We've gotten some views from there, 1 or 2 calls, but nothing so far on the Facebook and Instagram.
Now I need to understand that a little bit. So you are doing SEO on Google. You are
Do you know what Google My Business is? Jenber?
No.
Google My Business is where you get star review. You know when people leave star, 1 star, 2 stars, 3, 4, 5?
Yes.
Google My Business review. No SEO.
posting posts on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
So the only paid advertising is from Google.
Right now we're doing 0 paid.
You are not showing much competence on this call.
Because we just started okay, before we had this company for like 2-3 years, but before the 2-3 years we've been just getting we were getting jobs from recommendation based, right? So we had 0 marketing until like 2 months ago.
It has taken you 5 minutes to get through one question. Not 5, 3.5.
And what should I have done better? Because I'm
Also-
trying to
Ask the question correctly, but listen to them. He had mentioned previously that he was not doing paid advertising. You needed to listen to understand. You've also confused Google My Business with Google ads and stuff. Fair enough, little mistake, but it doesn't bode well.
So the biggest issue is the quality of questions.
And your lack of listening.
Okay, so what are great questions? What should I ask? Is this only the how is this going for you, but how many leads did it brings in?
Yes, that's the main thing. The biggest problem you've had right now is not listening.
Oh, sure, okay.
And I have a feeling you're doing things completely wrong. Give me 1 second.
For me, I think it was just Perminder. Before I go to that, I just want to know like
advice that allows us to consistently.
Yeah, now you can start the question. Now I know what we're talking about. Yeah, so like your question was just like what difficulty do you have right now in the company? I think our company with the technician wise we're good. Like we finished job and stuff. Our marketing was bad, but it got indecent. The main issues I think one could be right is just getting because since we're just basically all commercial, getting contract on commercial buildings.
Contracts. No, thus far it's fine. I thought he said contractors, so it's getting contracts on commercial buildings. Do you know what commercial is?
Yes, this industrial or
Yeah.
residential.
The Google, Facebook, and Instagram.
We were getting jobs from recommendation based, right? So we had zero marketing until like 2 months ago. So 2 months ago, we actually started marketing properly, which is the whole SEO and then the Facebook and the Instagram. So right now we haven't done any paid. We've just just put in posting, and that's it, and just posting photos.
So we haven't
And
done.
then we have a website, which is and we have a website, and that's it.
Okay. How many guys are coming from the Google, Facebook, and Instagram?
2 or 3 per month. Not the best, I know.
Your free leads, and how many end up close?
Like 2 or 3. We basically have closed all the leads.
Those guys who came from Instagram calls everybody.
Not on Facebook.
Again, not listening. He had mentioned Google, Facebook, Instagram. Previously, it said he has got nothing from Instagram and nothing from Facebook. He gets it from his Google My Business. He mentioned 2 and 3. You did not listen previously. It's having to be recovered now.
We, like I said, we got 0 from Facebook and social media, but like if you look, we just got all from like Google My Business, my page.
Yeah. Okay. Just approximately how many installations, both small and large, do you guys do month?
Per month?
You see, at this point, what you can utilize to highlight that you're listening is you say, so you guys have been in business for 2 to 3 years, something that he previously mentioned, showing that you're listening. At this stage right now, how much business are you closing monthly? Whether it's big, small installations, what's the total amount of jobs you guys complete on average?
Let's just stay around 3 per week. So 3, 6, 9, 12 months. Installation, if you're just going installation-based installations.
Yeah, sure. And how were you doing last year?
Last year was it wasn't many installations, but we had more service. We had more service calls, if that makes sense, It's around the same, a little bit worse than like this year, but yeah.
So you would say that your business has increased in comparison to the last year?
Yes.
Okay.
Our business has like we've been like going upscale for the last 3 years. Increasing for 3 years. Yeah.
What are your next targets for 12 years, 12 months, next 12 months?
Honestly, I started the whole conversation, just getting more
One thing that you should have already asked as soon as he said 3 jobs per week, the next question is on average, how much are you making per job? Just knock it off because it's directly correlated. Right? So how much is on average are they making per job? It's something that you need to know.
commercial contractor, actually storing like it's a commercial building for their maintenance and their any right? Because right now we'll get like commercial jobs, but it'll be like one-time installations, or we'll get like one-time service calls. We're looking at like actually holding down a commercial building for the contract for like a year or 2 and getting all their job,
Okay, so when we are talking in numbers, right now you're doing approximately, you said 12 installations per month. What are your?
He said 2 to 3. Why the fuck did you go the high number and not the low number?
Okay.
Always choose the low number.
Okay.
Right? Either say both or choose the lower number. Do not go for the higher number. If he's saying 2 to 3, that's depending on the week. So on the basis that some weeks there's 2, he's definitely not doing 12 a month.
Okay.
Right? And one little thing on how you guys need to calculate this. Can you guys see this over here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. The way that you calculate it is you do 3 times 52 divided by 12. That's how you do the maths. Right? That's how you figure out what the monthly is. Because each month is different. Yeah, there's not 4 weeks in 1 month. The correct way to calculate is 3 times 12. 3 times 52, which is all the weeks in the month, divided by 12, that's how, on average per month what he's making, right? So he's doing 8 to 13 jobs a month, right? That is a correct way to calculate.
Targets in the terms of installations and the numbers.
How is setting it?
Hey, what the fuck did you say?
Or we are talking in
Job, you know?
okay, so when we are talking in numbers,
No, that doesn't apply, right? Jenber, you have to understand, he's trying to get contracts, right? So long-term exclusive contracts. So whenever the job is needed, such as in a hotel, they are called out. Their focus is not on the number of deals that they can do. Their focus is on the number of contracts that they can sign, right? So you want to go down a separate route, which is cool. How many companies do you have under contract now, commercial-wise, right? How many are you looking to have by the end of the year? Do you see the difference?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, because those are long-term contracts, like 6 months, for example, or even more.
1 year.
Okay.
Dennis?
When it goes to the commercial, does this or how the service delivery look like? Or what we can say if they are, let's say, doing mainly the commercial, or they wanted to have it like the main priority, if that makes sense.
On the service delivery side?
Yeah, like what we can say, because like the number of leads, is it still the same, or are we running still the same ads? Because I guess we know.
No, it would be different ads, right? Commercial will be a lot harder to target than just residential, simply because it's higher ticket and there's less of them. But you would be running ads, like irrespective. That's the whole purpose here.
Okay, and because from the context right now so far, he mentioned those contracts, how we can frame it and then potentially present it in the presentation that we can help him achieve this.
There's fundamentally no difference. We're going to be targeting people who are looking for contractors, and on a commercial site, we'll either be getting people looking long-term or people looking for one-off jobs, but that gives you an opportunity to speak to contractors. Oh, sorry, commercial people who are looking for contractors, and that's where you close them, right? We will not be able to hyper target, but we'll get you as many commercial opportunities as possible, and then it's on your side to close. Do you believe you can close them? They say yes. Right, and Jenber?
Yes, can you clarify on that a little bit? Because on residential, I'm able to bring them anywhere between 50 to 200 leads. So how can I frame it on a commercial side?
You have to understand this has got nothing to do with leads, right? Leads is a simple translation to say money. The whole premise is we will make you more money than what it will cost, right? If you want an exact number, I won't give you an exact number because it depends heavily on the area that they're in, how populated it is, how good it is economically, so on and so forth, right? But the whole focus is getting them opportunities to speak to those who are looking to get HVAC jobs done. Make sense?
Yes, it does. And do you think I'm able to close this guy even though I don't have the I don't know the metrics? Like,
it's got nothing to do with metrics.
Say it again.
It's got nothing to do with the metrics.
So what should I say again is we will charge you this and you will get more.
Yes.
We will bring you more money.
Yes. And our goal is to bring you as much as possible month in, month out, month in, month out. And as we build up the list, we'll do data reactivation whenever we can, whenever we see it's necessary. Right?
Okay.
When your pipeline is looking low, we can do a data reactivation, get jobs in through the door. Right? Keep you top of mind, so on and so forth. But my goal is to get you as many leads as possible. And this is our pricing.
Okay, and did I understand correctly that with the leads and with the commercial thing, I'm not able to tell him like we will get you anywhere between 50 to X amount of leads? Because it's
in no country are you going to get him 50 commercial fucking contracts.
No.
Right? Stay away from the numbers and focus on the ROI, the money that he's going to make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now you're doing.
Because yeah, if you stick to the numbers, you're going to fuck up his expectations. And then that campaign is dead in month 1.
Approximately, you said 12 installations for. What are your targets in the terms of the installations and the numbers?
I was just starting at 3 per month week. I would probably say like 5 a week. Then just get one every day. I think that's the main goal right now. Just getting one per day.
So you see, remember, he doesn't want much from you. He wants 4 extra deals monthly. That's it. Right? And here you are pulling, does he want 50? Does he want 100? Is it going to affect my close rate? He wants 4 for things to be for him to be genuinely happy. Make sense?
Yeah, but what do you mean by that?
You said, should I tell him 50 or 100? Right? He says, I want to go from 3 a week to 4 a week.
No, I meant the leads. Because with the $20 ad spend, with the $20 cost per lead, I'm able to bring him with $1,000 ad spend 50 leads. That was the question, like, because when I'm in presentation, I'm telling them we will run campaigns and we will get you anywhere between 50 to 200 leads. So my question was,
You don't have to give a number unless they ask. You don't have to give a number. Right?
Even
If they they don't care how many leads you bring them, they care how many they close.
Okay, and but what this is like important, because if I know their close rate and I can tell him I will bring them 100 leads, I can do the math that if you will be able to close 5%, that's 5 jobs.
Yes, that's if you can contact every lead.
Okay.
That's if you call every lead. That's if every lead's detail is correct. That is if competitors don't get to the leads before they get to the leads. That's if they're able to do the jobs that the leads want. There's a lot of variables that come into play. Right? That's if the lead is available. Make sense? There's many variables that come into play. Right? Your focus needs to be, especially with this offer, we're going to maximize how many we send you so that you can maximize the jobs that you get. Right? You tell them, I want every commercial property, right, or every commercial business to have your for you to have their contact details. So whenever something goes wrong, you have them. They have you, so on and so forth. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Also, the question is why I can't bring up the math. I believe it's one of the laws, or if I'm able to tell the prospect that the math is mathing.
The maths is definitely fucking mathing. He's happy if you bring him 4 deals. Right? Like, in this case, you don't need to lean heavily into it. Right? I'd also say in this niche, you don't need to lean heavily into calculated.
Okay.
Right? You need to stay away from the numbers, and your priority right now is listening. Like, that's the biggest issue as it stands. It's listening to your prospects. Right? Dennis?
I have something similar that JT has in the real estate niche. So should I stop using it? Like there are like just numbers. I don't know if you remember just the Excel where he was showing them, but he was showing like.
It depends how you use it. It depends how you use it. Yeah.
Okay, because like the main thing is that I need to come up with some number with leads to make to show them some sort of a numbers, because I know their conversion rate, the average price of installation, profit margins, all of that. But if I don't put a number of leads I will be able to bring every month, I don't know how to start the math, if that makes sense.
Yes, but at the same time, JT's calculator is retarded. Because in terms of real estate, he was stating previously that he's going to turn a nobody into a millionaire.
I understand. Yeah, for me, I did it once and I believe it turned out well because the profit was like $4,000 and he gave me like 10% conversion rate, and I was not promising him like $100,000 in profit. So
I'm gonna have to watch it on a call.
Okay.
On the weekdays, of course. So that's gonna be 20.
Yeah, okay. So, okay. And when we are talking on the average price of installations, can you walk me through approximately?
We're doing evidently it depends on like the sizes, but average it will be like we'll sell them for what? Like an average household will be like $3,500 will be their expense. Our expense will be like 22, 23, so $1,000 to $1,100 for installation.
You said 1,200, correct?
You have to profit per installation, but that's for residential. For commercial, installation can be very raised. Like a rooftop, if you're doing like the price I gave you is for residential house, but if you're looking at like a commercial base, if it's a rooftop, it will be like 13 or 14,000 profit.
Yeah, okay. So you are commercial, also residential.
So look at that maths, right? This is the calculus calculated. If you bring him one successful commercial unit and it ends up being roofing, they've made 13 to 14,000 profit. Do you think they give a fuck about how many leads you've sent them, or do you think they give a fuck about what closed that month?
No, they give a fuck about if I'm able to bring them the one job.
There we go. So we're going to maximize how many leads we send you, so you can maximize how many you close. That is your main priority.
Okay, and I'm mentioning the number of leads because it proves the numbers proves, or I find out that the numbers proves that I'm able to bring the.
But that's not what's going to help you sell. You can put a calculator and say the whole world's going to be pretty, but it's whether or not they believe you can do it or not.
So
right?
how can
As an example, right? If I was to tell you I'm going to be your sales rep and I put all the numbers down, right? Is it the numbers that's going to convince you that I'm going to be a good sales rep?
No,
Or is it going to be me on the call that convinces you I will be good at my job?
it will be you.
Right? You can put whatever fucking number. You could put 1,000. You could put 10,000. If you wrote 10,000, it's going to look very fucking pretty.
Okay. So the only focus is to telling them I'm going to maximize the amount of leads because it will maximize the number of commercial jobs you can do.
No, that's not the focus. Yes, that's what you need to say. But the whole focus is the rest of the call. It's how you handle the call, how you handle the framing, the questioning, listening to them, responding, articulating, objection handling, so on and so forth, focusing on the solution, etc. Right? That's just one sentence that you need to do with so much behind it that allows that sentence to work.
Okay, and you are not recommending me to pull up numbers in HVAC?
That's not going to be the reason you close.
Okay, okay.
Right? I do not see it ever happening that someone says, I was really unsure until you typed a bunch of numbers into formulas in Excel. It was your formulas that convinced me that you could do the job. No. Right? Be careful that you don't enter into something where you believe that it's everything around you that's helping you close. It's you who's helping you close. Does that make sense? You can close HVAC owners without a presentation. Right? So you don't need it.
Okay.
Residential company.
We're both, but our main focus is on commercial.
Yeah.
Like 80 to 90% are from commercial jobs.
Okay, and you said that the many commercial installations you guys do monthly?
Good question.
Average just approximately.
1 to 2 a week.
I don't believe that.
What's your average closing rate for every lead generation method you have tried in the past?
What language do you speak, Jenber?
Czech language.
I don't know any insults in Czech, or else I would have used them. Yes. What fucking lead gen methods do they have right now? They have Google My Business, which has only got 2. So from their average of 2 a week, yes, it's not from fucking Google My Business. So what is the only other method that they talked about?
Referrals.
So why are you bringing up from all your lead sources when everything is fucking referrals?
Because I've had for the first time opened my discovery questions, so I can properly ask and not
Okay.
forget about
Yeah.
anything.
But now, how can you do maths based on referrals? There is a massive difference on conversion rate with a referral and a cold lead.
Yes, this is exactly what I was thinking about. So should I just remove that question? Because I was like, why will that this help me with the close? Should I just wait till the presentation, play the fake lead generation, like the call where someone from community called
Yes,
the
yes.
company and tell him, how many of those guys do you think if I'm able to bring you 100, you are able to close? There's
Yes,
the
but then you also have to add in the fact that, and please understand, these aren't referrals. These people don't know how good you are. So based on that and the changes over there, because I know you can close referrals, but many people can. So based on the fact that these people are cold, what can you do? What do you believe your close rate is? And what are you going to do to ensure that you close at the highest rate possible? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you walk me through it?
So we haven't any like I was saying, right? It's only been like 2 months since we actually started this this whole marketing stuff, right? So right now we're just getting like I said, 2 or 3 phone calls through like social media or like Google My Business, and then we've been closing all of them. So like right now I'll say like 2 per month.
Yeah, okay. Understand, back to your goal, okay? Right now you're doing 12 installations per month. You want to do 20.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you get 20?
He said that his goal is 5 per week.
He said 4 per week, didn't he?
He said he wants to do at least one every day, like work day.
No, but
So it's
he
20.
said 4 and then said 1 a day.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways.
What's your plan to achieve?
Right now, like
You want to do, let's say it was 5, right? I don't really care about that. Let's say you want to do 5 per week. As it stands, what you've been doing for the past 2 months has got you an additional 2 a month, right? And what we're looking to do is add up to 10 per month. So what do you plan to do to put in place to hit those targets? Make sense?
Yes.
So it's using the information that you've already collected to phrase your questioning and come across as competent.
Okay, so can you break down what's the difference between framing your question and mine? I didn't get it.
You ask, what is goal to get to 20? I say, considering the fact that your methods for the past 2 months are only adding 2, and we're trying to add a lot more than 2, what are you planning to do or put into place? Now, you've mentioned that you're looking to run ads, which is something that they mentioned previously, but on the basis that that doesn't work, due to the fact that you're not experienced in it, you may not have the time, whatever it may be, what other tangible plans do you have to get to your targets?
And
right?
what if he will respond, yes, as I said previous, we want to do Facebook advertising in 2 months.
It's as though you don't fucking listen to me, Janber. I literally put that as part of the fucking sentence, saying, I understand that you want to do Facebook, but on the basis that that doesn't work. In my response to you, I handled that objection. And then you said, what do you do if that fucking objection happens?
Yeah, sorry for that.
I know in this month or like next month, we're trying to get our foundation for our posts up, so we actually know what we're gonna post, and then start actual advertising payment. So actually like paying for ads, like properly start paying for ads. Because right now we just been getting calls with $0 of any payment of any advertisement. It's just been like just been posting photos. So our main goal will be like start the whole advertising process.
Okay. You said properly pay for ads.
Yes.
On that little bit, how much are you willing to pay for ads?
I don't know. I don't know what's a good number right now, I was gonna look more into it like online and stuff. So right now I don't really have any budget, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to see what works with what rate,
Do you have an expectation?
For marketing, not high expectations, but just like enough that will give us something, Like I don't expect it to give me like
Ismael,
100 jobs,
Can you stop? Do you think that the better question would be, what are your expectations?
Are you asking me to compare, do you have any expectations to what are your expectations? Yeah, it's better. But this isn't a weak question that you asked. All good, all good.
Expect for 2 or 3, right? Or even like let's say in a month for marketing. I'm not expecting, I don't really have highly expectations for marketing, but yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just brief summary. So you want to do paid advertising, you have some expectations that paid advertising could bring you 10 more extra deals every single month. If you understand that. Yeah. What do you think would be some obstacles that will prevent you from achieving the goal?
Just I think the main obstacle will be like how would I put this? Paying for ads and the ads are not useful. So let's say if I post something, I market the ad and the ad goes like the ad's not useful. If it's just a blank little, yeah. So my main worry objective is that the ad won't be useful. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does. So just can you walk me through? You said that you're in business 5 or 6 years.
I'm so sure he said 2 or 3.
2019. So 2019, 2020, they're around 5 years.
Okay. Back then in 2019, when you just started, and you set the goals, next 6 years. So which is right now? Do you think you achieve those goals?
Why are you doing negative report?
Yes, I figured it out after like few minutes that he's maybe intellectual buyer.
Oh, you didn't figure it out when he was telling you he was lying, but when he was telling you he's making 28,000 from 2 jobs a week? No. Let's go into negative report and intellectual fire. This is a very good idea. By the way, the good thing is this man is not a very smart man in the way that he speaks. That or he articulates himself terribly.
I'll be honest with you, we didn't really set any goals for us, we just wanted to see what's up with, like just go with the wind. Let's see how far we can go, So we don't really have a goal. So per se, yes, I'm happy that I think I've met my goal, but like at the same time, we didn't really set a goal, right? So whatever we increased was happy, right? Which was we found.
Okay.
By the way, Janber, just for context, on the basis that he's not lying a lot, they're making just under $1 million a year.
What I really like on you is that you want to do, you want to move forward.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. By the way, how many employees do you have?
Pardon?
By the way, how many employees do you have?
4.
Yes. What I really like on you is that you want to do, you want to move forward.
What I really like about you guys is that you want to move forward. Please explain to me what the fuck that means.
I don't know what question to ask, so
you followed up by a retarded question, which is how many employees do you have? And so that's going to make a fucking difference to anything that you do.
No, I need to take some time to make some question.
Why?
I don't know. I believe I was trying to pull out my painful questions because I didn't something.
Okay. Yeah, you fucked up. Okay.
Fuck it up.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. By the way, how many employees do you have?
Pardon?
By the way, how many employees do you have?
4.
Yes. Okay. Just Jadal, worst case scenario, okay? If nothing changes, those ads will not perform as you maybe want. Where do you see your business in a year? How this will affect your overall going with the company?
Did you say if nothing changes, where will your business be in a year? You can't figure that one out for yourself?
Pardon?
You can't figure that one out for yourself. Silly question. Wait, just before I get to you, speak a lot. Tama.
Yeah, I've got a question. Wouldn't be a good question for this potential client, like, since you want to start going more into ads, and I know that I can get you the results that you want, could you actually handle more clients or this amount of clients that I would get to you?
He doesn't want to go into ads that bad.
All
They've
right.
literally said in the future, they're looking to start ads. It's not a current plan. Like, it's not a big thing, right? But you can very well ask the question, how much business can you handle realistically? If, like, let's say I'm to bring you business, at what point would it break your business? Now, I'm not saying that we're going to get there. I'm just curious.
Yeah. So,
but the only reason I don't like that question is that could lead you down to thinking, okay, I've got to try and break his business and offering him way too much. You don't have to offer him much.
no, it's just like I thought that this question would seem like that I'm confident in my abilities and would make a good point in this conversation. You know?
Yeah, it's called overcompensating.
All right.
Not bad. You know, it's slowly increasing because it's been increasing for the last 3 years without any marketing. So the marketing just to add on. So I still believe my company will still, you know, be moving forward.
Yeah. Okay. So I will show you the system. Give me a second. Tell me if you can see it, okay?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. Jadel, we are speaking right now to make you more deals, which ultimately brings you more money in pocket, correct?
Yes.
Did you really ask that question? We are speaking about bringing you more deals, which will bring you more money in your pocket, correct? That's an intellect that you are able to show. Stupid question.
What's better?
Introduce the overall process and I will break each step down in more detail, okay?
That was good. That sentence there was good. I like that.
I would like to introduce the overall process and I will break each step down in more detail, okay? What we do we do ad campaigns. We usually go with Google or Facebook or why we use Facebook? Because they find the best results with Facebook. I will break it down in just a second.
It went from good to sophisticated.
We do ad campaigns. We usually go with Google or Facebook or why we use Facebook? Because they find the best results with Facebook.
We usually use Google or Facebook, and why we use Facebook is because we get the best results on Facebook. What happened to fucking Google?
I will break it down in just a second, but this is just the overall process, okay? We will generate you leads. We will gather, we gather a massive amount of leads every single month. Every ads are adjusted every single week to make sure that we are targeting the right people who are actually interested in the service.
Now, over here, why didn't you pull up the previous fact that he had mentioned that he's going to want commercial? So in the beginning, we're going to be running campaigns. Realistically, we're going to get different types of leads. We're going to get commercial and residential. But with our testing that we're going to complete every week, we can see which ads are bringing us commercial and which ads are giving us residential. And as such, we're able to shift and focus onto the commercial so that you guys can land long-term contracts. Listening to what they're saying.
And the last thing is our speed. As soon as those guys fill out the form, they are right away sent to you. Quote, you can do your follow-ups with them. There is no time wasting, and we are eliminating the fact that they will go with your competition. This is just the overall process. Okay. What question do you have?
No questions.
As I said earlier, we generate you leads via ad campaigns. We go with Facebook because we find the best results with Facebook. We use our creatives because we...
You already said that. Don't repeat yourself. You look like an idiot.
Tested what works, and what works best for us is everything is related to money. We run anywhere between 24...
yes.
We run anywhere between 24 to 200 ads every single month to make sure that Facebook has $1 billion algorithm. And
what the fuck is this? What the fuck are you talking about?
We are not trying to outsmart the algorithm. We are putting as much, we go with Facebook because we find the best results with Facebook. We use our creatives because we have tested what works, and what works best for us is everything is related to money. We run anywhere between 24...
yes.
We run anywhere between 24 to 200 ads every single month to make sure that Facebook has $1 billion algorithm, and we are not trying
to make sure that. So firstly, you highlight the fact that you hyper test, and as such, you know what ads work. Then you're going to say, to make sure that. You cut that off. You then say you're not smarter than an algorithm, and you don't always know what works. That's why you do so many ads. So you didn't finish a sentence, and two different parts contradict each other. So watch over here.
Tested what works, and what works best for us is everything is related to money.
No questions.
Via ad campaigns. As I said earlier, we generate you leads via ad campaigns. We go with Facebook because we find the best results with Facebook. We use our creatives because we have tested what works, and what works best for us is everything is related to money. We run anywhere between.
So you've tested what works, implying you know what works. That's why you've tested so much. But then you then go on to say that you aren't smarter than an algorithm, so that's why you test. Do you see how it contradicts?
Yes, but we are still doing that, so I believe I should frame it.
No, but then you say, even though we know what works, we still hyper test every account because we're trying to push to get even better and even better results as we take on more clients.
Okay.
Right.
So
But over here, you also don't finish a sentence.
24.
Yes.
We run anywhere between 24 and 200 ads every single month. Make sure that.
To make sure that what?
Facebook has a little algorithm, and we are not trying to outsmart the algorithm. We are putting as much to the algorithm, so the algorithm works best for us. Okay. Therefore, there is the massive amount of leads. Runs anywhere between 3 to 8 ads. Okay. Thanks to that, we get the lowest cost per lead as possible, anywhere between 3, so the algorithm works best for us. Okay. Therefore, there is the massive amount of leads. Runs anywhere between 3 to 8 ads.
What?
No, I said shit.
Okay. Thanks to that, we get the lowest cost per lead as possible, anywhere between $5 to $20 per lead, to get the highest fill-out form rate, to get the highest CPM, etc., etc. And
did you say to get the highest CPM?
Yes,
but lowest is correct.
Yeah.
All this makes sure that those ads, we are hyper test to make sure that everything is related to money.
Fuck me. What the fuck is this? Where did he go? Schenberg, come back. I need to shit on you. Yeah. How many times are you going to say the same shit? You're not finishing a sentence. Everything related to money. Blah, blah, blah. Related to money again. Like you're repeating yourself. It doesn't sound good. It's not flowing off the fucking tongue. Right? Imagine you're proposing beauty. You're speaking to a lady and you're trying to explain how beautiful she is. And you keep saying the same shit just differently. You're not finishing a fucking sentence. You're not going to sound smooth.
So I overspeak that slide. Is that true?
You're an idiot. And not only that, guys, we have to understand that this is at one point, this is the speed that he's fucking up at.
Runs anywhere between 3 to 8 ads. Okay.
Oh, your competition. Okay, cool.
Thanks to that, we get the lowest cost per lead as possible, anywhere between $5 to $20 per lead, to get the highest fill-out form rate, to get the highest CPM, etc., etc. And all this makes sure.
Did you say etc., etc.? Don't fucking ever say etc., etc. on the call.
Okay.
That those ads, we are hyper test to make sure that everything is related to money. We want to make you the most by performing at this. You get my point.
Fuck me, this is bad. I love it.
We want to make you the most by performing at this. You get my point.
Took you 4 seconds to go from this to you get my fucking point. Shit fucking slide. Absolute dog shit.
Do you have any questions about how we will generate?
No questions. I understand.
I would like to introduce you the quality you can expect once the lead fill out.
By the way, I'm going to shit on you on how shit this quality is going to be.
The form. This is the form. The form is sent.
How many times do I hear the fucking word form?
I would like to introduce you the quality you can expect once the lead fill out the form. This is the form. The form is sent right away for you. Okay. Earlier, I said that we are able to bring you anywhere between 50 to 200 leads every single month. You will receive these forms and you can call those guys. There is an option that the lead can call you. Okay. We will make sure that we are trying to get the lead contact with you as well as you contacting with the lead. So everything is performing in the best way possible and there is no time wasted. Okay. I can't promise how many of those guys will call you.
You can't promise him that. That's really what you want to say.
I can promise you that you will get their contact information and you can call them. Real quick, I would say that program is money today, money tomorrow. Okay. I'm not here to send you a goal. I will make sure that everyone in a 15-mile circle around where you are based will know about your company and will know about your brand. Is this clear, everything?
And you will have all of their numbers. Anyone who needs HVAC services or has any close related fucking desire, you will have their contact details. Every commercial unit, you will have their contact details. That's the big thing here. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. So far?
Yes.
Okay.
And you, everything okay so far? Double-ended questions, please. Right? Because it's just going to say fucking yes every time.
In this,
are you having fun time?
Example of the question.
You're a spastic. So, moving on to, let me see, I might have a meeting. If I can cancel that meeting, I'll do another call review. One sec, guys. One sec. Don't report. So, guys, that was a shit call. Don't do what he did. Don't mind. I have time at 2 a.m. Okay, cool. Let me call Zach. Let me see if we can speak to you guys for a minute. Or you, feel free to fuck off and go do work, but I'm going to speak to Zach just to go over a few things. Okay, no answer. So we're going to end the call now, but just final questions based on what we've covered today. It was a shit call. I'll aim not to review Jenber's calls for a while until he's good. Mehmet, do you have a question?
Yeah, I've got yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I said. But basically, you know, for the email outreach.
You seem shy. Are you shy to speak to me?
Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear.
Yeah, so you know, for the email outreach, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything for that come out? Because I know last time I spoke, I mentioned it.
Yes.
So has it come out?
Have you checked school?
No.
Yeah. Fucking idiot. Go check school.
All right, go on.
Go to the outreach section. Jenber, what the fuck are you doing back on the school?
No, I was just curious. And I want to learn more about.
Fucking idiot. So, what final questions do we have? Cool. We're gonna do. Yeah.
So during a cold call, if the person says, "Oh, I'm really busy this whole week," and if I say like Friday, like completely booked next week too, are they just trying to avoid it? Are they trying to say no, or do I?
If someone's too busy to speak with you, look, you can either push for it, saying, "Are you available on the weekends?" But if they say no, just say, "Hang up. I'll call you back the next week." Call them back next week.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Simple way.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah.
You said like don't ask like is everything good so far? Like, is there any question? Because they say yes, they say no, and that's it. So
Yeah,
what
you need to ask a double open-ended question. The way that works is, so a closed question is anything that is, in my version of it in this program, is when you ask them something that ends with a yes, no, or a simple number.
Yeah, so
Right?
what can you ask instead? Like,
so based on the based on the fact that you've previously worked with referrals, and these would be just leads who don't know anything about your business, what would you do to close them, and what would be your process of introducing yourself to them for the first time? All right, that's a double open-ended question, meaning he has to talk about my slide and what I just showed him now.
Oh,
Make sense?
Yep.
Leonardo, have you moved out?
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry, Leonardo, I confused you with Claudio because you guys look the same. My apologies. Claudia, have you moved out?
No, I'm in Albania right now. This is our house.
Oh, in Albania. I want to visit there, but the men will kill me. Yeah.
No, they won't. They won't. It's
Right.
stereotypes.
No, if I dabble with their daughters and sisters.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah, I am familiar. So, I'm joking. I'm a virgin, just to let you all know. So, me and Amadeus. Right, Amadeus?
Yes.
Mashallah. So, guys, any final questions? No? Cool. I'm going to do a fun thing where I'm going to ask you a question and kick you out. Hojin, what's the question?
How can you tell if the prospect is lying or not?
A sales call or on a cold call?
Sales call.
The maths doesn't add up if it's anything to do with their metrics. On the basis whether, like, if they say that they've got a very high conversion rate, but their numbers are low, that's indicative of someone who's lying, right? How are you closing every lead that you speak to, but you are unable to get more leads? That maths doesn't make sense, right? And what you do when you bump into that is you ask them more questions and let them trip up on themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So as an example, if I'm speaking to a prospect and it doesn't add up, I will keep on that topic and I'll keep bouncing back to that topic whenever I can. And when they trip up, I'm going to say, sorry, I'm just a bit confused. You said A, B, C, D, but that doesn't add up. Maybe it's on my side. Could you clarify, please? And then the truth comes out. Like you said, there have been times it's taken me up to like 1 hour mark to find out the truth. And then all of a sudden, the spastics are disqualified. Okay, Amadeus.
So I just wanted to say that the Facebook thing did work. I'm just going onto my account.
Good.
And also I just wanted to ask, so how would you know how much leads you approximately can bring someone in your niche? Because I'm guessing, sorry?
You don't. You can message Zach if you want to get an average, whether he'll give you one or not. We'll see. But you have to understand the focus isn't on how many leads you get them, it's based on the conversion. Right? Because you could get them 1,000 leads and they can hit their targets, but they're fucked off because of how many leads they had to contact to hit their targets. Because then the maths didn't make sense because of how much time they had to put to it. Right? Or you could get them a very small amount of leads and they've got the systems in place and then they close more. They don't care about how many leads, they care about how much more money they make.
Okay, because I was just thinking with some services such as so chiropractors, you'll probably be able to get them more leads because more people will be able to afford the services compared to something like real estate where they're buying a house.
Yes. But the payout is way bigger in real estate.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I was just trying to see just quantity wise or the
Stick to just saying you're gonna, like, if you tell them I'm gonna add to 10% to 20%, don't say this, but 10 to 20% of the increase in their business, they will suck you off. Amazing. Right? So like if you were to bring 20% increase to any business that I have, I'm very happy with you. Right? Except for one, which is like a new one. I wouldn't be happy with that. We need more than that. But like in the big scheme of things, like as an example, let's say these guys, the one that we were on today, they're making what, just under 1 million, right? If you're able to add 100,000 to their bottom line, they will be very happy with you because that's an extra 100,000 that they get to fuck around. And on the basis that you don't cost that much to get that, fucking amazing.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
So, okay, Dennis.
What should we say on the first slide of the presentation? Because I usually just skip it. Is there some sentence that I should say something?
There's not much that you can say that's going to result in a close. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because like I wanted to say, I never said anything, but something that, for example, John said, we shouldn't say anything like that. Like Janber said that we are here to bring you more leads, which ultimately lead to you making more money or something like that.
That was retarded.
Okay, so just on the first slide, we shouldn't say a thing, and just I usually click and start explaining the overall process. Okay, great, thank you.
Cool. Leonardo.
So it has already happened, I think, 3 times. I lose control of the conversation of the sales call. So my question is, how do I improve that? Because sometimes I feel like it's just a matter of, how to say it, like not having the courage, like not being able to be kind of rude with the prospect and be like, hey, listen, here is how I structure the calls. If you don't like it, just leave. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, are you discussing, Miles, can you give me one moment? Are you discussing in the part of the discovery when they're not letting you stick to the discovery?
Yeah, exactly. Like when they kind of try to take control of the call and I lose control of the
No, you tell them, look, I have a system in place, right? And I have methodology. What you need to understand is I don't work with everybody, and I need to know specific things about you to understand if I can even help you, right? So that's why I'm asking these questions. This is my process. It's what I've always done. If you're happy to stick with it, perfect. If not, I'm happy to end the call.
Yeah, right. But my question was, how do I improve that? How do I?
Okay, perfect. Jess? Yeah. Can you book into Leonardo, right? Whether it's you're one of the Powerpuff Girls, for the discovery aspect, right?
Yeah.
And for 1 hour, can you guys just be a cunt to him? Like generally just be a cunt. Do not let him get past the discovery section and see what he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about practice. That's the easiest way to practice as it stands. Okay, Leonardo?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
No worries. Okay. Miles, can you give me one moment? I'm just going to finish with these questions.
Yeah.
Is that cool? Thanks.
Yeah.
Davide.
Yeah, so be quick. Basically, I was cold calling a person, and he was like, "If it's a cold call, I'm not interested. If you're trying to sell leads." And so I said, "No, I don't sell leads. We sell like booked appointments, something like that." But I just wanted to understand, like when people
hang up,
start to understand. Okay,
Hang
so actually, we do sell leads, right? Like,
yes.
if
No,
they ask,
we are doing lead generation. I'll give you an example. There was this lady that I had called a long time ago, right? And the way that it worked, I gave my classic introduction, wonderful introduction, well spoken. And then she had let me know that she's in the family with a car and loudspeaker. Oh, interesting. Right. And then she says this, I'm going to let you know why I'm not going to work with you. And I waited because I understood the scenario. I hung up. Right. Literally, as you said, I just hung up. It was wonderful timing. Took a lot of pleasure in it. Yes. When people don't want to work with you, hang up. The whole purpose of outreach is not to get everyone to work with you. It's to find out who has a problem because you have a solution. If they don't have a problem, hang up. Don't wait for them to say thank you. No, thank you. Hang up. It's a fucking waste of your time. You're not here to make friends. You're here to speak to people.
right? Yeah, the thing is that like, so we just sell leads, like because some people, it's not that they don't want leads, but maybe they want like a step further, like they want leads that are actually qualified. So I was just saying, like, to the question.
Those are called lazy people.
Well, okay, but if there's an agency that sells appointments and an agency that sells leads, like it's a different service, right?
Yes, but it's much more scalable to do appointments. And with most of the models with SMMA or most of the industries, it's much easier and it's much more scalable and feasible. There's many industries where good luck getting appointments. You go do appointments, right? Because you're also now thinking that you can do better than those who have been 10 years in the niche, who will have a higher conversion rate when speaking to leads, people who have been doing it for 10 years, or you who just started.
No, I don't have a, like, yeah, I could not be good at closing appointments. Yeah, of course.
So fuck that. Give them leads, give them as many as possible. Let them be happy.
All right.
Yeah. And it's all about client expectation, but don't worry, like sign a client, that's handled on the onboarding call. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, JT.
Oh, great. So during the sales code, after I went to the presentation, they said, yeah, leads, but some of them are not interested. Some leads just waste of time. How do I handle the objection? Like, what are I supposed to say if you start questioning the quality of the leads?
No, it's completely understandable. But please tell me an industry where that's not the case. Do you believe that people at the top deal with everyone good and bad? Or do you think they only deal with perfect leads? Right? Do you think there's any system that gets perfect leads? Of course not. It's going to be a lot of work. Now, our goal is to throw you as many balls as possible, and your goal is to hit as many of them out the park. Now, if you want to hire someone to pre-qualify the leads, we can speak to people that we know, cold calling centers and pre-qualification centers. We can introduce you to them. But our goal is nice and simple. I want everyone in your postcode or in your zip code. I want you to have all their contact details. That's my goal.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. It's changing. It's fixing up their mindset, right? You have to change them from stop being a lazy shit to I will get you there, but it's going to be hard work. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I should do instead of justify myself.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Final question is Tamo.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
All right, great. So the only question that I have is, well, can I have a video of you making a discovery call?
I'd have to check.
Is possible?
I'd have to check like in all my files if I've got one. But understand my discovery is way different to yours. Right?
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Because-
But yeah. My question also would be like, how do you regulate like being direct and being an asshole, but not going over the border to all
No,
right.
overboard. Go overboard. 100% go overboard. Right? Because the way that it works is not in a bad way, but everyone's a pussy. Right? Let's say there's extreme and there is like you're taking a risk and it's not going to go well because you've gone too far, and there's taking zero risk. Right? The success rate is way closer to this mark here risk than it is to no risk. So go 100% and you will know, cool, let me dial it back a little bit. Because it'll only be a little bit from too much. But it will be very far away from not doing it all. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. But like I said, like, can you ask a question like to the customer or to the potential client, like, can we even handle that much of leads, or not leads? I know we're not saying leads here, but can you even handle that? Because I want to sound confident, but you said, all right, it's like too much, but
no, but that's nothing to do with an asshole. That's not got nothing to do with being extreme.
all right, but okay, then I kind of don't understand what
No, being an asshole is, why don't you have anything else turned on? Were you just waiting for other people to contact you this like past 3 years?
Yeah,
like,
all right. So calling them out on their bullshit, right?
You know, it's like what, you just got lucky and you decided not to push on it. Well, so you're considering to pay ad spend and you're thinking about it, even though you're making 13,000 per deal? I'm a bit confused. Are you making 13,000 or are things tight right now? Right? That's going too far. But then that's going to get you closes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, but I would love to have a discovery call where you actually close the client so I can learn how to be an asshole on the discovery call.
It'll be different because the second I hop onto a call, I know if I close or not. Like it takes me 2 minutes, I'll know if I close.
How?
Like within minutes, I know if I've closed or not. Because I've spoken to thousands of people. So I've already done. So let's say you are a roofer. I don't like whatever fucking niche. Yes, I've spoken to 50 versions of you, roofer. Not 50 roofers, 50 versions of you. So I know what dance I'm going to take you down, right? And I know when I'm not going to close because I know this type of individual I can't close or I won't close because of A, B, C, D.
So basically, you have been through every niche there's.
It's not so much niche dependent, it's human dependent. Humans aren't that different. Like you can categorize humans quite easily. Like multiple like psychologists have done it.
All right.
Like just putting people into groups. If I can look, let me speak to Zach. If he's okay with it, we'll do it. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Wonderful. Get to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you booked in with the Powerpuff Girls?
With the what?
With the ladies team. Do you have your calendar set up? Yes.
Yeah, I have my calendar set up. Yeah.
We're gonna be booking in. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.